stop hand washing campaign. It shouldn't be when we have an issue that is deadly that we have to now go back, because some of the things they are going to ask us to do are all the basic things and precautions that we took when COVID hit.
Yes.
And I think they are still very relevant.
Yes.
They are still very important, that you hand wash. I'm so used to it that if I get home from work, the first thing I do is go into the kitchen and wash my hand with soap before I do anything. And when you actually see the amount of dust that comes on your palms, you will know that this is important. So for people that are in boarding schools, they need to still take a lot of precautions, because some of these things might have happened in one school. How about other schools that are, you know, that have a large population of students? And you know that boys, they just play. They don't have boundaries. They don't do anything.
That's one of the sort of places where you will find a diphtheria outbreak, when you have people living in close quarters, and it's a very difficult thing. Unfortunately, it also happens to be something that, as Blessing said, Nigeria has battled over the years, time and time again. We have these space issues, we have proximity issues, then we have we have a water issue. Let's also talk about a lack of potable water in some situations as well. Not just, I don't know what the water situation is like at King's College, but in some of the outbreaks we've had, that's one of the things. So it's definitely, I tell Cordia all the time, COVID washing. I send her back. So it has to be part and parcel. When you come home, you wash your hands, use the bathroom. In fact, take a bath. Let's remove the dust of the day. Because one of the things I noticed, and this is just off of it, when I started, there were times when I had breakouts, and my doctors would say, do you wash your hands before you wash your face? A lot of us just go straight to washing our face. But wash your hands before you wash your face, and you might see what is on your hand. And what I used to scare her from not touching things, I tell her, you might be responsible, but other people, you don't know the person who picks their nose, who didn't wash their hands going to the bathroom, and you want to use the same railing that they do. But all of a sudden you think she thinks the railing is like lava. No. But those are the things we have to transmit, that as much as we can be hygienic and think about our own protection, a lot of people are not. And so it just means more on us. My heart goes out to the family of that young man.
Of that boy.
My heart absolutely goes out to them.
And I hope those that are in the hospital recover very, very quickly.
They do, and I hope so too. And I also hope we don't see situations of vaccine hesitancy, because one of the things I was noting when it comes to the diphtheria outbreaks, particularly in some of the northern parts of the country, is when these outbreaks happen, they're not vaccinated. Even right now, I think in the southern parts of the United States, either Florida or Texas, they're going through a measles outbreak. A person has died, and that's something that's like would be so far-fetched to hear of a measles outbreak in the U.S. But there are a lot of conversations around vaccines right now. But what we know is that vaccines work. There are some chances that somebody will have an adverse reaction, like we heard from Professor Abayomi, but those chances are quite slim. The number of lives that have been saved